The Redskins committed nothing short of a 42-24 blowout against Green Bay at FedEx Field. And now, to add a little insult to injury, the loss comes on the heels of a story in the media that paints a less than flattering picture of the franchise, primarily Aaron Rodgers. And let's start with the Packers as a whole here, Chris. After what you saw last night, do you think it's time for wholesale changes? Does Ted Thompson need to blow this thing up and make major changes in Green Bay?
Well, I don't know about blowing the whole thing up because you still have Aaron Rodgers, who's an elite quarterback. He's still playing at an elite level. You could argue that he's not the number one quarterback in the National Football League right now, but if you look at the numbers, he hasn't regressed as much as people might like to paint the picture. So I think you've got to retool around him. You've got to get that running game going. You've got to get the offensive line fortified. And then defensively, they've got a lot of work to do on that side of the ball. They've got some aging stars. They need to think about regrouping in terms of being able to draft and use free agency as an opportunity to bring in some of the guys that can help with the culture change on that side of the ball with Dom Capers in the system that he runs. So I think you've got to put more around Aaron Rodgers. But wow, that was a beatdown yesterday against the Washington Redskins. It looked ugly out there.
When you talk about regrouping, should that involve Coach Mike McCarthy? Should he be worried about his job right now?
Well, that's not the Green Bay Packers way. They believe in continuity in terms of head coach and general manager, and I think that they're going to continue to stick with that. Now, when you hear Mike McCarthy say some of the things that he said last week in the media, talking about his record as being a good head coach, it makes you question because there's more conversations going on about it than we probably would like to think. But ultimately, he is a good football coach, and he has guided this team to world championships. So, you know, I see a tough decision for the Green Bay Packers in terms of if they were going to move away from Mike McCarthy. I think they try to keep that continuity between the head coach and the quarterback, and they try to get this thing turned around.